Welcome to Beautiful Space. I wanted to show y'all why it's so great to can. Now, I wanted yak. I really wanted beef yak, but I don't feel like going. I don't feel like going to the cellar to get a jar of beef. So I'm just going to use this. It's looking like chicken, but it might be turkey. I'm not sure. That's what happens when you don't label things. So I should have labeled it, but I didn't. You get your pot out. I have my pot. I'm going to turn the stove on to 350. I want to spray my pot. Even though I'm putting it in the oven, I could do this on the stove top, but I'm doing it in the oven. Because that way I can just go about my business and I really don't have to worry about it. So now I'm going to open this can. I hate that I destroyed all these. My husband used to be able to open them like that, but I can't do it. I just can't. So y'all heard that? Might be turkey. It kind of smells like turkey. Oh, accident. If this is turkey, it's going to be a pleasant surprise. Because I already had chicken, so. Or something else. Just shaking it all out the can. Yeah, is this turkey? It's looking like turkey. Can y'all see it? Looking like turkey. Yeah, this might be turkey. I'm having turkey today. That's why you need to label your cans when you make it. When you can these meats or whatever you're canning. So I have the turkey in there. And now I'm going to put, let me get my seasoning. I forgot. Alright, this is how I'm going to do this. I'm going to take and I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of garlic. This is garlic. 1 teaspoon of garlic to the pot. Put that over there. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. The only reason I'm using Italian seasoning is because I don't feel like taking out all the seasonings. So I'm just going to use this Italian seasoning. I'm going to use this this onion, because this minced onion, because I don't feel like chopping an onion. Even though when I canned this, no, I didn't put any onion in there. So 1 teaspoon of onion, minced onion, oregano. I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of oregano. Oregano. And normally with ginger, you would use less than this, but I think this ginger is getting a little old. I have fresh ginger, but I don't feel like it, so I'm going to use this. So I'm going to use a teaspoon and hope that it's not too strong because ginger is so strong. I'm really kind of scared to use a whole teaspoon. I can't do it. I'm too scared. I'm going to use a half a teaspoon of ginger. I'm comfortable with that. Half a teaspoon of ginger. I mean, this is no excuse not to make dinner. It's no excuse. I'm going to use a tablespoon of soy sauce. I really want to use 2. I might use 2. That's 1. If I show, can you see it? I'm going to use 1 more. Alright, that's 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Soy sauce. And I'm going to use some Worcestershire sauce. Is that? I never say it right. My husband loves me to say it. Worcestershire sauce, Worcestershire sauce. I don't know. I'm gonna use 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. And I'm going to add 4 cups of water to this. 4 cups of water. One. 2. 3. 4. Now, the reason why I use 4 is because I'm going to use already made gravy. You can make gravy yourself. And with this, you could just put maybe 4 tablespoons of flour in here and mix it real well. You could just make gravy yourself. But I'm going to use the prepackaged gravy because I already have it. And I won't have to even deal with flour at all. Now remember, if you don't have these gravy packets, or any kind of gravy, it doesn't matter, packets, you could just add 4 tablespoons of flour to this. So I'm just going to dump this in here. And these packets, they call for 1 cup of water, but I doubled it. I added 2 because I'm not making gravy, I'm making a yolk, so I don't want it to be too thick. I want it to be like not too thick. can get it open. If I can get it open. Got it open. And now I'm going to stir it up real good. I'm not trying to mash my canned meat up. I'm just trying to get this gravy stirred up. You could do this first if you want to make sure that you don't like tear up your canned meat. Like, this is the quickest, easiest, fastest. You can still go and do all other stuff you got to do. Yak. You can make. Alright. That's all stirred up. Show you what it looks like. That's what it's looking like. I want to put it in the oven. And while it's in the oven, I'm going to make my noodles. The lid on it. Put this in the oven. Okay, I'm going to put some water in a pot, and I'm going to make these linguine noodles, but I'm only going to cook them. I'm going to wait till the water boils. Once the water's boiling, I'm going to put it in there for about 5 minutes, and I'm going to take them out because these noodles cook in 10 minutes. So I only want to cook them for 5 minutes because when I put it inside that turkey and gravy I just made, that yak sauce or whatever I want to call it, it's going to continue to cook these noodles probably about 5 more minutes. So that way, the 5 minutes I'm going to cook it and take it out, and the 5 minutes when I put it into the broth will make sure that I'll have perfect noodles, perfectly cooked noodles. I'm going to use this pot. And the reason why I'm going to use this pot is because I can boil the noodles down here and I can put some broccoli up here. So I'm going to use this pot. Fill it up with some water. I'm going to put a little salt in the water. And I'm going to let that come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, I'm going to cook these noodles for 5 minutes and I'll be back. Okay, I didn't have broccoli, so I'm going to have to make Brussels sprouts. Didn't really want Brussels sprouts, but the veggie you don't want is better than no veggie at all. I mean, I had other veggies, but either... if I'm going to eat yak, I want either broccoli or, I guess, Brussels sprouts, unfortunately. So I'm going to pour my bag of frozen Brussels sprouts in here. Make sure they're not stuck together. And they're not. I'm going to put about a tablespoon of olive oil in here. Probably a tablespoon. And I have my kosher salt. I want to put maybe a teaspoon of kosher salt in there. That's kind of dirty, so can't use that. Put my kosher salt inside this bag. Take the bag and seal it. I'm going to leave a little space just so I can make sure I got all the air out. Well, a lot of the air out, not all of it. And now I'm just going to massage this oil in here. And you want to make sure you cover every Brussels sprout with oil, with olive oil. All right. I'm going to cook them in my cast iron pan that I'm going to spray. With some olive oil cooking spray. And now these are good and mixed up. You see them. I'm going to toss them all in here. Give it a shake. Pepper on top of them. I should have just put that in the bag, but I forgot, so I'm not worrying about it. And I'm going to stick this in the oven so I can roast these Brussels sprouts. If you guys enjoy these videos I'm making, I'm hoping you'll become a member of Beautiful Space. What is that? You know, when you're cooking, you don't want to just let everything pile up. You want to clean up after yourself. So that's what I'm doing. And it's so easy to clean up when everything has its place. You only run into problems when you don't have a place for everything. And I don't have a place for absolutely everything, which does slow me down, but I have a place for most things. I'm trying to get where I have a place for every single thing, which would make my life easier. And it would prevent me from, you know, making a mess. Because I'm not putting things up because there's nowhere to put them. I'm going to leave this out. I'm probably going to use this because I have to strain it Have to strain the pasta. Water boil. Okay. I'm going to show you the sauce. Sit right here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump the pasta that's not all the way cooked into the sauce. And here's the pasta. You can tell it's not all the way cooked. I'm going to dump that into the sauce. And now I'm going to mix it up. Hope I don't get any sauce on the camera. Alright, and now I'm going to put the lid on that and allow that to continue to cook. Wrong lid. Alright, now I got the lid on here. And I'm going to allow that to cook. Okay, it's done. And it's time to make a plate. Okay, the yak is done and it is looking so delicious. I'm looking forward to this turkey yak. I'm going to enjoy this meal, roasted Brussels sprouts and turkey yak.